ugly aloud. Are you ready? Here we go. Fashion is the art. Designers are the gods. Models play the part of angels in the dark. Which one of you would ever dare to go against? That beauty is a trade and everyone is paid. Fashionista. How do you look? Fashionista. How do you look? New York, London, Paris, Milan, Tokyo. I think it's in Japan. Asia, Malaysia, Las Vegas to play. LA, if you pay my way. Fashionista. How do you look?
Hello, everyone out there. It is your fabulous anchor of excellence, Morgan, and welcome to Let's Get Down to Excellence. I'm so excited to chat with you, but I'm also very excited to chat with this wonderful human being that is my guest this evening. But please do me a favor, before we get started, please hit that share button. The more people we bring in, the more people we have fall in love with the America system, as much as your girl Morgan does. But we are just cruising along with contestants and reignings that are stepping down. We have 3 divisions: the Miss, the Femme, the Esquire divisions. So please keep up. Please follow everybody on Facebook and just enjoy the pageant season. And I just look forward to seeing everyone as the pageants continue forward. But it's not about me tonight. It is about a fabulous guest that I have on this evening, who was also your reigning Miss Gay Texas America 2025. Put your virtual hands together for my girl, my bestie, Miss Maeve Haven. Hello, my darling.
Hi.
I haven't seen you in so long. I get so giddy every time I see you.
It's so good. I just love you, sister.
Well, I love you too, my love. And don't worry, we'll tell them all the great bonding experiences that we have had together. You know, we have a couple good gems. But viewers at home, please, I'm looking at the comment section as well. So if you have any questions for Miss Maeve or May, I think I want to do May for short. Is that a thing or no? It's not a thing at all.
No, but it can be. This can be the soft hard launch of May.
I'm screaming. You know me, always coming up with something easier for me to say so I don't screw anybody's name up.
Love.
Well, no, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I always love talking to you, babe. But I'm so excited for you to get an opportunity to share yourself with the world, we'll say. Because
thank you.
Morgan is an international superstar, apparently, in her own mind. So
of course.
So why don't you do me a favor? Just introduce yourself to the listeners at home and maybe a little fun fact about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Maeve Haven, or maybe May. Moving forward, I don't know. We're gonna talk about that. Maeve Haven, or as people say, Maeve Haven. That caught on. So we do that. I live in Austin, Texas. You're reigning Miss Gay Texas America 2025. And a fun little interesting fact: I like to tell everybody this. I'm a big gamer. My gaming computer's in front of me. And so the moment this goes off, we're flipping on the video. We're going flip on the video games. Yeah.
I'm so impressed. So how many hours a day do you usually spend doing the gaming? We don't talk about that. We don't.
An appropriate amount of time. This year, this rain has been considerably less.
I'm done.
Considerably less.
I tried to get into things, and I know it's not even on the level of what you probably do, but like the Candy Crush or the Monopoly, whatever it is, the Go, or like, do you remember? I don't know if I'm going to date myself a little bit. That's like Farmland or Farm something.
Farmville.
Farmville. That was the
Farmville.
thing. You had to like go on and like get codes and thing. It was
100%. It was great. I stuck to Sims. I do online competitive video games, so a little different.
Well, and I'm sure you do absolutely fantastic because we just know you as being such a successor and doing great things, such as being as Miss Gay Texas America 2025.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's just start at the beginning. Where were you born? Like, where are you from originally?
Texas. So Texas born and raised. I was born and raised in Greenville, Texas. That's like northeast of Dallas for any of those who know. Dallas, that's where Miss Gay Texas is being held this year. Yes. So 45 minutes northeast of that, grew up on a farm, did the whole cattle, hay, all that stuff. So
would you consider it more of a small hometown?
Medium town. Okay. I lived out in the country, and then you had to drive into town for supplies and school.
So So you would have to like literally walk down your long driveway to go to where the bus picks you up, kind of like that movie situation, or
we did not have. I went to a private Christian school, so we did not have buses because we did not have money. So I rode. My dad took me and my brother to school every single morning, and then when my brother got the driver's license, I just went to school with him.
Hop the ride with the pro.
That's great.
Do you have any other siblings? Just your brother, or
just him? Just an older brother. Mm-hmm.
Right or die. I love that. Okay. Well, so what was it like growing up then as a young, wonderful human being in that kind of small town?
Yeah, Schmiedem town. It was great. I really loved it. Like I'm glad that I have expanded my horizons completely. But there was something to be said about like growing on a farm and like raising cattle and like having big chores and like helping my dad run his convenience store. Little operation. So I got a lot of life lessons early on in terms of just like how to interact and stuff. And my dad's a great role model with that. So it was great. And then we might be skipping ahead, but I work in HR now, and like private Christian school rules, etc. I was that
were you by the rules or not the rules?
I was I liked
you were a rule maker, not a rule breaker like your girl.
Yeah. Right. Now the pendulum has swung. But no, it was great. I loved growing up where I did. I benefited a lot from it. Yeah.
I feel like also I kind of get envious with the farm living a little bit, because I feel like, yes, it does. Like, it's a lot of responsibility. You get your chores and you have to do all of that. But I also think it's also a way of life to give you good building blocks for where you're going in your direction and just who you are. And
I agree, but also like you have those little things that you miss out on, like trick-or-treating. I didn't have neighbors, so like I didn't get traditions like that. We would go into town to like watch the Christmas lights, like drive around and look at the Christmas lights and things. But I feel like you have a strong community like in the farm life with your like farmer neighbors, and so I think that's true, like neighbors being neighbors, but you get a little less of a like community with like just being on top of each other and like suburban living.
So in school, were you more into sports, or were you into like the theater, or like what were you into?
Stereotypes are sometimes there for a reason. I was in choir, I was in theater. I did ask my parents if I could play baseball so that I could make an excuse to get contact lenses, because you can't play baseball with glasses. That was my logical thinking. And I really wanted contacts because I wanted to get out of my like nerd phase. And so I played one game and then I quit, but I still had the contacts. So it worked out.
So you are a singer? Like, do you do singing still?
I'm a great blender. I'm a great reinforcer. I'm a good support. And so I was in like small ensembles because I could just kind of like match and blend, but I am not a soloist at all.
So we're not going to see you do a talent anytime soon with
nope. Unless it is full auto-tuned then maybe you might get it, but no, it's not.
Maybe. I think we should do an auto-tune duet. I think it would be absolutely splendid.
I'm actually okay with that. Yeah, I think that would be great. Down.
I can't with us right now. Too wild. We're wild. So okay. So then you did the theater. You did some choir in school. Did you you went to college?
Yep, went to Texas A&M University.
And so what was that experience like for you, aside being probably the most popular guy on campus?
0%, but thank you. It was a big campus. I loved it. It was great. I was in the all-male choir there. Shout out Singing Cadets. They were amazing. It was a great experience. I got to go to like South Africa and South America. We toured like twice a year. It was fantastic. And talk about community and your friends and like that developmental years. And so it was that, I mean, that was, and then I also got taste, even though it's Texas A&M University and it's a little more conservative leaning, I would say, that was still broaden my horizons of just diversity of thought of people. So it was really formative for me as like just a human. So I loved it. It was great.
So was college like where you were able to like start going out to like different queer spaces? And because like if you're living in the smaller town, I don't see that being a space for you to be able to do all that fun stuff.
No, not at all. In college, I did not come out until I was 25. So I knew I was gay when I was a kid. But like I kept myself away from it because, not to get too deep, but like kept myself away from it because like religious upbringing. So I had to like work through my relationship with religion, with spirituality, in order to be like feel safe and secure and confident in coming out. So in college, I went to the seniors took me out. I was a freshman private Christian school. And you know, the seniors who are like out and they're like, this kid's a homosexual. And I was like, no, I'm not. I just find guys attractive. I would say that all the time. I was like, I'm not gay. I just know guys. Yeah, I just know handsome guys. And so they took me to the gay bar at Halo in downtown Bryan, where I won Miss Brazos Valley last year and then moved me here. And they were line dancing and I line danced with people. And this one like stranger guy came up to me. He's like, hey, you have some like good dance moves. I go, ah! And I never went back until I came out. So it was a good experience. It was a good experience.
Well, I love that. So when were you introduced to like drag and the performing? Like, did you see shows there or wherever?
Yeah, it was at Halo. I was actually getting my master's degree. So I got my undergrad and then I went for my master's, and my friend, they were doing a bar competition, of course. And my friend really wanted to do that. Shout out Trotter. Thank you so much. And he wanted to do drag. He wanted to do the drag competition and he wanted me to do it. And I was like, I don't know makeup. I don't have heels, I have big feet. Like I'm a hairy guy. Like this is not going to work. And he was like, just do it with me. And so I did it. And then I actually used that in one of my projects for grad school. And it was great. I got second place. So that was, that lit the fire. That lit the fire to be like, thanks. But that lit the fire to be like, oh, okay, we got this. Like I want to win. So that's kind of started that drag. So the performers kind of inspired me to be like, oh, I can perform. I can be on stage. And so that was kind of the avenue I went.
So were you always, so when you did your, just the amateur show, the one that you came in second place, was your name Maeve Haven or what was your Ridge? You know,
this will probably date me as well. But I was going to be Irma Gerd, because memes were a thing, and it was the Goosebumps girl Irma Gerd, and I was like, I think that would be funny. I just want to hear someone on the mic say Irma Gerd every single time. Yeah. But then I wanted to be like, that just didn't fit. I didn't want to be known as Irma. You know, so
you can't shorten Irma.
Like Irm. So I came up with Maeve Haven.
So what can you kind of give me a little bit more of like where Maeve Haven came from? Like where
I'm a pretty big like fantasy fiction reader, but also like video games and RPGs and all those things. So Maeve in this one book called The Dresden Files, Maeve was the daughter of Queen Mab, and it means she who intoxicates. So like that's I want to be on stage and I want to intoxicate you, whether I'm hosting or performing. And then Haven was because you had to have a last name for Facebook. So I just at that time you had to have two names. And so Haven, but also to do like Haven is a safe space. And so that's like in the queer community, that's important for us to be.
And you are a safe space for us all.
Thank you.
And a bright light too, if I must say.
Thank you.
So what's your like inspiration? Like what kind of things do you like to perform to, or like what's your style as Maeve?
Yeah, I wanted to start when I started out, I wanted to be like, shocker, leather and lace, you know, just like a bra and bikini and just go out there and be like a sexy woman.
As you said, as you also self-proclaimed yourself as the hairiest drag queen.
Yeah. Oh, the way I bought out Nair in all of those stores, it was crazy. It was, and it burns. You got to be careful where you place it.
So now is that not a thing for you anymore? Like you're done with the Nair?
0%. We are hairy from head to toe. We are. If anyone who makes we go up here. We're full sleeves all the time. We don't show skin.
Don't you get hot in the midst of it? Okay.
Yeah, but also have like tattoos, and it doesn't go with like the my Maeve aesthetic. So
please explain what your aesthetics are.
Right. So it turned in. So as I started drag because I love performing, and so I wanted to be sexy, but then I can't help myself of just like, you know, giving a face or something, and then that obviously got crowd reactions. I was like, okay, so if I like it, they like it. So I kind of shifted to more goofy, silly, fun drag. So I love doing like karaoke-esque songs where we all can just like live our like 90s fantasy. We're all screaming to like Kelly Clarkson or Pink or whatever. But I also like finding like some silly moments in there because I tend to be a little more goofy on stage, and so that's kind of where that runs into.
Sure. I'm gonna derail the convo a little bit, but because I obviously know that you are a gamer and you have your whole gaming set right in front of you. You're like ready to just dip onto there any minute. But what else do you like to do to kind of unwind? Is there other things that you do, or is this like that's like your jam? That's it.
It ebbs and flows, but typically my video games is the tried and true. So I'll like watch a little TV. I watch anime a lot, so I have that on like a running schedule as they come out. But video games, I'm in a book club, and so I read. Sometimes I read those books. Sorry, book club. I read those books when I can, but I like reading. I like a good either go out to like a wine bar and just like, you know, read there, or just on my couch and reading. So yeah, reading and video gaming mostly.
I want to be a reader so bad. It's called, my friend tried to get me my first book, and I'm only on page 10 still.
Okay.
And it's called The Bathhouse, which you would think like easy. No, I get so distracted so fast that I can't get into the book. It's so weird. I'll get there.
I mean, it does take commitment. Like you do have to like mentally, and there's some times where I'm not reading for like 3, 4, 6 months just because life and whatever, because you do have to, I feel like you have to be in this mode of quiet to want to sit and read. Right. And sometimes, obviously, as we know, life is just go, go, go. So video games is kind of in that modality. But yeah, I just finished Moonwater, and that was a nice book. That was fun. And so now we're moving on to my book club's book called The Names. So I'm excited.
Well, they're listening to you, and they're going to hold you accountable. Make sure you.
They will. I RSVP'd to the book club in 3 weeks. So on top of preparing for Miss Texas, I'll read some books.
You got it. I mean, you could just do it in between, or while you're getting ready, just have somebody read it to you. Solid.
Love. Okay, great.
It counts. Well, and that's so exciting. And I just have to say, like, how like awesome is it to be the reigning Miss Gay Texas America? Like, it's such I feel like a huge honor. And there's just so many heavy hitters. I can say down there because obviously I'm from the north, but like, it's just such. So may you just tell me a little bit about that experience as being Miss Gay Texas?
Sure. I love it. It truly is a dream come true. Like I started the America system in 2017. like plenty of time ago. I took a break in the middle of competing for Miss Gay Texas. And I mean, it's been amazing. Traveling has been great. I love my Dallas and Houston sisters, and it's major support from the new owners of Malibu and Keith, like the family. I feel very supported in that, and I was able to do kind of be me while I'm doing all this. So it's just, I mean, it's been great. Obviously, life hits hard and it keeps going, but I mean, this has really been an honor, and I'm very excited after 6 years of trying, finally getting the title.
Well, let's start. So what drew you to the America system then? What was the appeal for that?
Nadine Hughes. That's it. Nadine Hughes. She was with me when I did Drag Survivor locally at Oil Can Harry's, and I won that. She was a judge on that season, and she saw that I had drive, but also like I had the mindset and could get to pageant level kind of thinking and execution. So she kind of mentored me, and then pushed me to do like, just try it and go for it and just jump in. Well, I'm not ready and I don't have it. Just jump in, do it, enjoy it. And then that first year I was hooked. And I think just America in general, I resonate a little bit more with, just with how they're structured, and how everything is laid out in the system. So, and then just every year it's new, but it's also different because you get your old sisters coming back, but then you get new people coming in. So it's just a good community builder.
Sure. How many times have you been to nationals as a competitor?
3.
Okay. Like 3. Was it 3 years in a row?
It was 1 skip, then 2, and then the 2.
I'm just trying to recall when we became best friends, which was
I think it was it was I think I knew of, and then I think we connected that previous year. But I was second alt my first year qualifying, and then I was able to represent, and then I went as representative 2 years ago, and then last year's Miss Texas.
We've been doing so much. What is when you I could pop around, but I think you can totally handle a pop around conversation. Number one, I understand why you like the America system, because there's nothing wrong with a good rule book that you can follow, like the handbook, which is 1 million pages long. Know your handbook, but I know you know it. You probably took your ruler out and highlighted and did your
We love a good color coding system. Yeah, it's great.
I could see you. I could see you with your everything. I love it. Yeah. Post-its galore. I love it.
A lot of post-its. Sorry.
I thought you were about to pull up a whole thing of post-its, like go like this.
I'm ready. Like they're always available.
So who invented it? Did you invent the Post-it?
I did. Me. Now I'm just the most successful girl in school.
Texas.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I live. So all right. So then you competed a few times. Have you kind of stuck true to your concepts with talents for the America system, or have you kind of what's your inspiration when it comes to that? Because it's not just, you can't just play like that karaoke song and then keep it moving.
Correct. Yeah, I think I feel like I finally in the past 2 years have like hit it, where I'm understanding me, but also understanding what gets you the points / doesn't lose you points. Because I think, and when I was going for Texas, it was just like, I want to do what I want to do and I want to have fun, which is great. And that's what I wanted to do those years. Cool. And then the past 3 years, I was like, yeah, all right. Like I want to win. Like now it's time to like buckle down. And so I always side for the comedic. Like I feel that's the type of entertainment I love. And so that I want to provide. And I think that's kind of a niche I have. So the detriment to that is I am very, I really sometimes have to get inspired. And sometimes it's hard to just sit and think, what's funny? So sometimes it can come towards the end of like the pressure and everything coming down, and then that kind of just fuels the artistry. But I think I've kind of been able, as I've been doing pageants, hone that skill to kind of get there faster.
And I agree with that. It's like going to a drag event and they said, okay, pick whatever song you want to do, and you're like, well, can I get a theme or something? Can I get
correct?
Can I get a little direction?
Yeah, and I love, and I was like, oh, I hate theme shows, but it does give you at least a starting point to where you can be like, all right, here we go, and then it just kind of like rolls into itself.
Right. So what's up with you these? So you're getting ready for what's it like getting ready for Miss Gay Texas America? Is it the dream come true?
It's so exciting. I love hearing about well, first of all, I like hearing about the plans but not having to plan it. That's our dear sister Tracy and my great promoter's job to like organize and do all that stuff, and then I'm just checking in with the girls and seeing how they're progressing, and it's so interesting to see how different they come to the table with me. And I think I think that's kind of unique and really fun because I really do think people are interesting and they're fun and it's good to like navigate that. But preparing for it, we have Lucy Paradisco. Not sure if you've heard of her. She's a great designer here in Texas, and she moved to Austin from Houston. And she's been working with me on all throughout my prelims, and she's getting my final looks down. She just sent me a picture of my like step down gown.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
I'll give you a hint. It's denim. I think people are.
Look, is there a theme to the? Is there a theme to the?
It's just country. It's the theme has been country, so I love it.
I love that. As you should. You better stay true to your roots, Boo.
Yeah,
I love that. And then you do the HR 9 to 5, or is that like is that remotely or do you go to on site?
In office 4 days a week.
That's lovely. 4 days a week. Sweet. So that's like a 10-hour day then? Are you doing a solid 40? Not to like it now we're like
sorry. Yeah, it's 4 in and then 1 remote. So Thursdays I work remotely.
Understood. Do you live by yourself or do you have a roommate or?
I do. I live by myself with my cat Kenneth.
Oh, that's good. You need a little love. A little
buddy. Well, he's a big buddy. But he's a cool cat.
It's interesting. I've noticed as I do more of the podcasts and then doing the lives, those cats, they will come right on that screen. And I love that too, because it just makes it more personal and I can like we can introduce the cat. So
yeah, he was a little, when I was setting everything up, he was like, I'm out. Nah. He's like, you're doing something. I'm gonna go chill in this window.
We see a yellow backdrop. We out.
We know what that is. We out. Yeah.
I'm done. So not to put you on the spot, but I would love to talk, like, is there any charities or things that you like wanted to talk about, and or anything that inspires you that you want to talk about for the listeners at home?
Yeah. So I have been involved, with a lot of local charities or just nonprofit organizations. I always shout out Kind Clinic here it's in Texas. So they're in Austin, they're in Dallas. Don't know if they're in Houston. Maybe. I think they're in like San Antonio. So they're just a nonprofit, just a sexual health clinic. So they do everything from STI testing, HIV care, PrEP. They do gender affirming care, etc. So they're just very community based, and they pop around to the bars and they do mobile testing. Then Out Youth, also someone near to dear my heart. I have friends who are on the board. They just help create safe spaces for queer youth in our community. And then the Saturday, so I step down is Thursday, September the 10th. My high school reunion is that Friday, and then I'm coming back to Austin for Unite the Fight Gala, which is just by Equality Alliance, and it's just a big gala where they put people in drag for the first time, and they spend months preparing for performances. All the friends come. It's a big fancy thing, and then all those profits are split into a group of nonprofits here in Austin.
So are you putting someone in drag, or are you getting put in drag? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they're putting me in drag. So it was the first 2 or 3 years I was a mentor, and then I was more so partnered with my bestie Alicia Pretty. We're the Beckys as a duet, and so we were kind of backstage red carpet correspondents. And this year we're back again, just pestering the crowd and having fun and making the energy upbeat.
I'm so jealous. I want to be there. I'm having FOMO because I know it's going to be a ton of fun. So what else? What else is going on for Maeve? Like, where do you see Maeve going? Is there any plans? Anything up in the near future?
It is interesting how I've been doing drag for 13 years, I guess you would say, on and off here and there, whatever. Lol. I had a consistent show for 5 years called Crave, and that was a fantastic experience. And now it's kind of, I had this goal, got it, was able to go to nationals, and and now I have a brunch, and I have a brunch at the Canopy, and then a show at Highland Lounge. I'm part of the cast there, and that right now in my life, that's perfect, because I feel like, when you start, it's just the hustle, and it's you take the weekday gigs, and you want to get your name out there and all that. And I priorities have shifted, and I am comfortable where I'm at as an entertainer, but also in my everyday life, not getting younger. So kind of finding that balance of really, like, I can still pursue what I want to in terms of drag and pageantry, but also, refocus a little bit on career and life in general.
Sure. I love that. And I think that's so important. And I get that too, because sometimes you can get so jaded with everything that's going on, and you want to kind of continue to be relevant, or like go to the next steps of what you want to do with your drag career. But then you're also trying to do your 9-to-5 career, or whatever amount of hours you do each day. But we're 4 days there, 1 day home. I got you.
Yeah.
But no, I get that. And I think it's wonderful once you kind of get into that groove. Like I kind of refer to as you're running long distance, and you kind of get into your pocket that you sit in when you're running, and you're just at that nice pace. And I feel like it's important to remember that when you're getting into drag or the pageantry system and things like that. It's important to have that correct balance, because if you don't, you can get so immersed with it so fast, and everything else gets all jaded. So
totally. Yeah. When I was young, I fell into that, like, Maeve was it, and should live and breathe your art, etc. But it's good to kind of step back a little bit sometimes and just reevaluate. But pageantry and the American system is not going away anytime soon on my vision board. So
yes. So I know we're kind of like spilling over a little on time, because I was like trying to keep it to a certain time, but of course I adore you. But is there anything that we haven't really talked about that you want to share, that maybe that people at home might not know about you, or like kind of some fun things about you that we might want to know about now?
Just in general, I think where I'm at now is kind of rolling with achieving goals and checking things off that I've always wanted. So Texas has always been that highlight of me, of what I want to do. Miss Gay America is still something that I truly want to pursue. But also there's a lot. I mean, I went to Japan last year, and that's been on my bucket list for all my life. And so, like, I think there's I'm kind of in this, we're in the pocket, and so I kind of want to just keep that momentum. So nothing really specific, but I just appreciate all the love and support people give, and supporting queer art.
What's nice is too, I find that you put that good energy out there, and you give that love to people. So, I just would hope that people return it right back to you, because you're just are that, I don't want to sound like you're that good space. You're that good person that people can just have a good time around and be their authentic self, and just let their guard down a little bit. And then you not being that judgmental person that you are not, so.
Yeah, not outwardly. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
They don't know what we talk about. Actually, can we share a fun fact about just to kind of, I have 2 more questions for you, but let's share that fun fact about when we first met at nationals, and we became besties right off the gate. I think it was like literally at orientation. Like we were loving each other so much. And then I was like, okay, now I'm going to get serious, and we're doing things. And I think it was like my prelim after talent or whatever. And I'm getting everything all packed up, and I couldn't find my costumes. And I was like,
my God,
who took I was freaking out, because when you're at nationals, you want everything to be like, I'm very like, everything is like, couldn't find it. I'm freaking out. I'm like, someone took my stuff to like saboteur me. And here, my girl Maeve, I guess she must have. And it's important because it was my Nurse Morgan outfit, which was important for my talent.
Sure, yeah.
She had it. But you know what? I loved it because it just made us laugh about something more. And it was agreed. I could laugh at the end. It was stressful for minutes, but
yeah.
But so make sure you keep an eye on your stuff at nationals next to Maeve, number 1.
Watch when you're next to me, but also it's good to make sure that you also have your place organized and whatnot, so that your dresser and you know how to throw everything together and get out there. So
and actually, that kind of segues to one of my 2 questions for you. So now that you're going to be stepping down and passing the crown off to a new reigning Miss Gay Texas America, what is your advice to the contestants coming through? Because you've done your prelims, you know your contestants. So because I'm sure they're going to be watching, and what's your words of advice for them?
I mean, my biggest thing that I've said to them, we've had like one-on-one calls here and there, and I want them to be true to themselves. I feel like that's where we're going. That's what it is. People can see the authenticity, and if you're giving a static talent that you think will be okay, or like a gown that this will do, like you need to be inspired by your own package. You need to be inspired by what you're bringing, and so when we're talking about talent or building interview, like how you build your bio or whatever, how do you want to present yourself and how do you want to be your authentic self? And it's good to get advice from other people, but truly, as long as look at those subcategories, as long as you can be you and then hit all those subcategories, people are going to love it and fall in love with you. And I think that's the best thing that I've experienced is formers, whatever, after XYZ talent or gown or whatever, coming to me and really expressing that their enjoyment of seeing on stage. And so that's kind of my encouragement, is just bringing your authentic self, because once you win that crown, you're not going to be that person that you thought they wanted to be. You're going to be you during that entire year. So you might as well give it to them up front.
I appreciate that. And that's so true. And sometimes I kind of have to remind myself that too. Like I have to be
100%. Yeah.
So of course, in Let's Get Down to Excellence, and as your anchor of excellence, Morgan, in true fashion, I always like to ask my guests before they leave to share what their meaning of excellence is, because I know that excellence is different for everyone, and I always just love to hear what everybody's viewpoints are of that. And I would love to hear what Maeve says.
I love that. I really think that word has evolved for me, and in my life. I think my definition of excellence would be more so authenticity and consistency. I think we get caught up with everything has to be perfect or everything has to go well. But I think if you come away with it with a good experience and good lesson and have that to apply to your life, I think to me that's excellence. We can all have the perfect prelim, but what did come out of it, and not every prelim is going to be perfect, but a non-perfect prelim can still have excellence in it and still provide that to them. So I would just say overall, just authenticity and consistency is kind of where that's landing with me now.
I love that. I'm writing that down so I can use that for my next question and answer. Thanks. No,
great. Perfect.
And I'll even say quoted by Maeve Haven.
I love it.
No, I love you so much, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join me on my little podcast called Let's Get Down to Excellence, because I just know that the world wanted to hear your voice and a little bit more about you. So thank you so much.
I appreciate that. And I appreciate all you do and your involvement in the American system, continuation of that. I'm so glad we met and we're sisters.
Yes, all day long, forever and ever and ever. So can you do me a favor, because this is all about you tonight? Can you say goodbye to the viewers at home, and then we'll all bid them adieu together?
Okay. Bye, y'all. It's been great.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you. All right, babe.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.
Bye. Okay.